everybody. Welcome back to your Thursday evening Word Players Extraordinaire. This is Parselings going off script. My name is Anna, otherwise known as Namiria941. Pretty much everywhere you can find me on the internet. I'm going to be your GM this evening for this fantastic adventure that we got going. But before we get started, I want to do a little character intro / question of day type things for all of our cast. Last week, I had a lot of fun having y'all come up with coffee drinks for the characters on the spot so that you could then consume said drinks in game. This week, though, we're going to do something a little bit different. We'll go ahead and start with Mitch. Tell us who you are, who you're going to be playing today, and today's question is, in the global pizzeria in which we are all currently trapped, no one.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I am Mitchell, also known as Penny for a Tail on all the social medias. You can pretty much find me on all socials on that stuff. I am playing Packer today, which is Penny's best brother. Amazingness. So you got cut out for the question there. What was it again?
Oh, that's a shame. Well, the question was, I wanted to know what kind of face mask would your character be wearing in the global pizzeria in which we're all currently trapped for an unspecified amount of time, never to return?
Gosh. I think for him it would be the chibis from the Sonic Adventure games, kind of hugging each other, and maybe one of them's playing like a guitar. So I think it would be that, just something very cute and adorable that also alludes to a video game that most people didn't like. But yeah, it was his take. That would be him.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Okay, so my name is Em. I might talk a wee bit strange today because I had a lot of dental work done and my jaw and lip are still pretty numb. However, I'm playing the wonderful Penny, who is the second half to Packer. Perhaps not the better half, but certainly the quieter half. And her face mask that she wears, she really wanted to match her brother because they normally matched everything, but they didn't have her size. It kept slipping off her nose, and so she had to get something else. So she actually had custom print this one that looks like there's ink spilling across, like butter, because their band name is Squid Ink. So she wanted one to reflect their band. So that's what she got.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Always be branding. Good job, sis.
And Cadence, how about Raven?
Yeah, I thought I was next. I got. I'm in yarn hell. Yes, hello, I'm Cadence, also known as Magdalene Bloom on Twitter. Who do I play? I play Raven, sweet little hippie girl who some reason hangs around with these strange people. Because they grew up together, and you hang out with people you grew up with sometimes. Unless they run off and abandon you forever. Oh boy. So her face mask would probably be similar to her headband. Cute little flowers and things. Maybe decorated with a little crochet cover just to make it look cuter and weirder. That's it.
I guess that would have been a lot more theatrical if I wasn't muted. But I'm playing Stump. I'm Bright Dystopia. I don't think Stump would have to like specify because at all times of the day, your boy has a mask dangling from his neck. So this is what he would wear in the global Panera.
I will say
Okay,
that also like just fits right into Seattle even before the Panera happened, because honest to God, there was somebody that used to drive past my apartment at the same time every day that had a Jeep that was a tricked out Mad Max vehicle. Like just straight from the Mad Max movies, would drive by and I'm like, I don't know what you're preparing for, but I would just love to sit down and talk about it for a second because I have questions. I want to know.
Also, y'all making me hungry with this Panera talk.
I mean, Panera, Panini, Pizzeria, Panda Express, anything really that starts with a P. Anything, just keep it weird and keep it spicy. Speaking of keeping weird and spicy, that doesn't actually have anything to do with it. Thank you very much to chat, because we have already smashed our first retweet goal. So that is a fantastical boon for all of our 4 players today. Something good is going to happen to you today because of the wonderful chat. So thank you. We appreciate that very, very much. Also, hello to everybody who is watching this on YouTube from the future, time travelers. Leave me your favorite alternative word that starts with a P to describe the timeline that we're currently living through. And then one day some digital archaeologist is going to come by and figure it out. So thank you so much for those retweets. We super, super appreciate those. We also very much appreciate all of our sponsors for this season. I can spell. Haha. This season we say thank you to Black Void Games, the creators of Black Void, our TTRPG from Wednesdays, to Evil Hat Productions. They publish Fate of Cthulhu, our Saturday game. Christopher Gray, the author of The Great American Witch, that is our Monday game. Been enjoying that quite a lot. Smunchy Games, who of course publishes Parselings, the game that you're about to see on full display here. Broken Dice, who created the Newfound Chronicles, and Mighty Narwhal, who created Mora. Those of you who are joining us from Mora previously know all about that. And Aracana Media, who did Nibiru. We're also affiliated this season with Grinding Coffee, which is a Black LGBT plus owned coffee business that will keep you awake and happy with the best roast shipped directly to your house, which is great because if you are like me and you don't really like leaving your house, getting your coffee delivered to your house is really, really, really nice. Just remember to hydrate in between your coffee because you don't want your heart to explode. I'm not saying that happened to me recently, but I'm also not saying it. So, without any further ado, let's just do a quick recap of what had happened last episode before we begin with episode 3 of Going Off Script. So last week, after the group emerged very shaken but unharmed from a suspicious train wreck, Penny had a hunch that some old connections might be able to help her and her friends figure out what's causing the upheaval in the city streets and how the Parselings are involved. She took them to Sanctuary, which is a hidden community of unregulated Parselings living beneath the streets of Seattle in a literal underground city. The group was introduced to some new people, all members of this secret organization, guided by some mysterious figures known only as the Seven. One of them, anonymous, offers them all a place within the collective as long as they promise to leave the past behind and use their parasites to make an impact in the world. Which went over about as well as you would expect, given what we know about each of the characters' temperaments. Penny asked for some time to think over Anonymous's offer, while New recruited Stump and Raven to help her find her missing cats. And then the group split apart to spend just some quality time together or alone for the evening. Packer and Penny started writing some songs with their ramen, relaxation, just like they did in the old days. Stump struck out on his own to paint a new mural, and Raven received a very strange phone call from a contact tracing facility. Something that was a little disturbing considering what the sanctuary had told them about who exactly was collecting this data on the Parselings. So it is the dawn of a new day here in weird Seattle. What do you all do first thing in the morning?
So Packer is going to roll out of bed and wake up early. He has a routine where he goes off on a run and then comes back, starts making breakfast for Penny and himself.
Penny has a habit of staying up too late every night, so the smell of breakfast is what wakes her up, and she normally falls asleep like right in front of like coffee table that she normally sits at and like writes and like brainstorms at. So she probably sits up from the floor, her hair's like everywhere. She like blinks towards Packer. Is the coffee done yet?
Yeah, I had it brewing last 10 minutes. Got a new little coffee joint right down the street. Put a little bit of our grounds into it as well. So it's a nice little mix there. In any case, sugar cream, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, all the energy.
All of it. Okay, got it. And I'll put some little marshmallows on it too, so it has a smiley face. And I'll put it before Penny.
You're the
Eggs
best,
should be
Packer.
done soon. I try to be. I
thank
mean, you did all the work. Thanks for staying up. Like, I know yesterday was a long day and you still put in the work for it.
It's okay. Inspiration strikes. It strikes.
Excellent. Did you get anywhere with it? How's it going? Like the next album and everything?
Yeah.
Do you think we got some hits?
I don't know. We'll have to bang around a little bit, find out. I think we got something at least.
All right, cool. You seen Stump and?
No, I am worried about Raven's text though last night. We should check in with her after we eat. And you should shower.
Okay, fine. I'll go shower. So we're gonna meet Raven and Stump, or
I'll text
kind
him
of
and find
winging it
out.
today? All right. I'm gonna go shower. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. He'll race on upstairs to our cold shower.
Are you guys awake yet?
Yeah, Raven probably got up early, feed the chickens, have a nice hot cup of tea, sitting in the rocker on the front porch, watching the chickens. Just relaxing, easing into the day as you should. Till she gets the text.
Stump sleeps late. He sleeps longer hours because he doesn't get like a good rest sitting on a rooftop leaning up against lights. But he sleeps late, and then when he's finally awake, he'll mosey down to his bike, go behind the theater where he's at, and grab one of the tied tight bags of old popcorn that they threw out. And he'll grab a few handfuls of that to just kind of stave off the morning hunger before he puts the nut back on his bike and heads over to Jose Ole's Jumping Bean, the coffee shop run by Penny and Packer.
So, because this is a fun little tidbit that y'all gave this coffee shop specifically changes its name because it's run by Parselings. So the building itself changes a lot to reflect this stuff. So what does it look like now? Because last time you went, it was vibrating veins. Give me, like, set me the scene here exactly.
Of the coffee
Is this
shop
me because
now?
I've named it?
Yeah, I
You
feel like
you
this is
add
stuff.
something, yeah, like add something to it. Yeah, tell me what Jose Ole's jumping beans looks like. I want to know.
Sure. So there's like suddenly all the furniture looks like a darker shade of wood and steel. It's like brushed steel and wood everywhere. Very dim, kind of yellowish fluorescent lights on very colorful stained glass lamps that hang down over every table. There's a lot of like Tommy Emmanuel playing overhead. Just long guitar solos of classical gas being strummed to like a Spanish rhythm. There is several statues of condors, pumas, and snakes all over the place. The wall on the far end has a painted mural of like several like Incan villagers working together to like polish stone and push them up zigzagging pyramid ramps. Yeah.
Cool. I love it. I just that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. As you walk in, still kind of early, so not a whole ton of people actually setting up to work here in the cafe area. The wannabe like screenwriters and novelists and stuff like that. Not quite there yet, but you do spy a familiar face. A sort of like short woman with short, sort of dark hair, a briefcase that looks like it was broken and has been hastily patched up, is sitting in the corner with a beat up old laptop. The word Mark just clearly visible behind her ear. And she looks up, spies you. Oh my god, you have got to be kidding me.
Morning to you too.
Please tell me that this is actually just a bad dream and I haven't woken up yet.
He'll reach forward and like pinch her really hard on the forearm. Just dig. Nope. Looks like you're awake.
Not here to actually tie me to this seat again with some fucking plants?
Is there a reason I should?
I don't know. You tell me.
Unless you were dishonest with me or tried to run away with information that could have helped people, I don't think there's any reason for us to even worry about it.
So I'm guessing that you not hear about the text and you just wanted coffee. Either that or you've been following me.
I mean, the coffee doesn't hurt. Text?
Yeah, I sent a text message to you and your friends last night. I assumed they were your friends.
Sure. Stump pulls out like this old, beat up, like ugly powder blue flip phone. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I've got Grasshopper Mobile, so like texts and calls don't always make it to me.
Right.
But if they're on their way here, I guess I'll hang out with you, new best friend.
Fantastic.
So what was in this text?
Oh, right. Your phone ate it. That girl that you're with, the one that kind of looks hippie-like-ish. Are you in? Okay, before I go, no, the other one, the one that's like, I don't know,
Raven.
Looks like she rocks Birkenstocks all the time or something. Yeah, Raven.
Definitely Raven.
Yeah, she signed a contact tracing form. She's probably getting like weird phone calls from people right about now. Yeah. I kind of assumed that the two of you were like, you know, it's weird that she didn't say anything to you, but you know, the more that I talk to you, the more I'm realizing that you're maybe one of those people that just doesn't do friends.
Friends is complicated, but no, I don't keep a lot of people close. Raven and I split up after we left some business we had going on last night. So I didn't see her for most of the night after I dropped her off.
Mm-hmm.
Who's contacting her?
Wait for them all to get here, so I don't have to say this more than once, but it's the people that I work for.
Okay, well, we're not moving in a great direction for not getting tied up, but at least you're being honest.
Listen, this whole thing, brand new. I need to figure this out as much as the rest of y'all do. It hasn't become an issue at work yet, but I'm pretty sure that when they find out, they're not going to be happy about it. So the sooner I can get you and your friends to, you and your not friends to cooperate here, the better.
All right. Trust exercise. You let me know when they get here, and he'll pull his beanie down over his eyes and just kind of like lean back in the chair because he's still groggy and it's time for his morning nap, and he'll basically just relax until they get there. He doesn't have money for coffee anyway.
All right. As your morning nap is punctuated by the sound of frustrated typing on a laptop, who arrives next?
Probably Penny and Packer. Oh, you
really?
think Raven? Let's do Raven. Let's do Raven.
That's
is
so
Packer
Raven.
late every day? That is so Raven.
Silly girl gets up so early.
I can't wake up early enough.
Yep, goes in, gets a coffee with lots of sugar, caramel, good stuff. And sits down next to Stump.
Alanna, at this point, as you're sitting down, just kind of like peeks up over the edge of her laptop. Eyes swivel, gives a very meaningful look at Stump, swivels back to Raven, and then just goes back to typing.
Is Packer riding up on a scooter?
Hell
Like-
yeah.
Not a mechanical scooter, but like push kind.
Yeah, the like
Yeah.
he's doing like tricks and everything, like walking by it and then hopping back onto it and hawking by the other side and then like going backwards and like doing the moonwalk and clapping his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that
a razor
sounds about
scooter.
right. It's a razor, yeah. Not a sponsor. But
Not
they
yet.
Penny doesn't want to do the scooter business, but she couldn't keep up on just her feet. So they got a longboard, and they just cruise behind you. And so probably come walking in.
Yeah.
She's a little more sweaty than she would like to be this early in the day. And Packer, sometimes we could just walk instead of, I don't know, is all the extra?
Yeah, it's kind of part of our image. I think when people walk the street, right, they see us and they're inspired. They like our drive.
Oh, is that why you have so many of our stickers on the underneath for when you do like the flippy thing?
Exactly. They're like, who is that man? And I twist the scooter and it says Squid Ink.
I guess
So-
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just trying
And,
to think. Scooters are cool.
Are they? I
Yeah,
think you're
they
making
are.
them cool. It's like that song
Yeah,
Bringing
it's kind
Sexy
of-
Back.
Exactly. Sexy was gone. No one could find it. And then it was brought back by Justin Timberlake. All right? In that
Okay.
same way, scooters are ironically cool. And because of that, they're just normal cool.
So you're saying that you just made it normal cool? You didn't even make it more than? It doesn't matter.
I'm-
Hi
I'm-
guys. Sorry we're late. She'll take a seat at the table. I
Okay, so
brought
there's like,
muffins,
ooh,
and they're like warm blueberry muffins. They're not like bakery. They're like they should grab them fresh from like a Fred Meyer's and brought them along.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
how many did you bring?
6 because
Oh.
she knows this
Okay,
stuff
cool.
needs empathy.
Y'all really don't understand the difference between AM and PM and Fremont and Capitol Hill. But whatever, it's okay. I'm pretty convinced he's just following me anyway, which is fucking weird, man.
Stop.
But we can do this now.
Stump probably
What?
doesn't have enough interest in you to be following you.
Yeah, it doesn't really show much interest to anyone.
Don't be so jealous, Packer. She'll
He's
like
How can
a
I
slow
not
her
lone
be?
arm.
wolf.
What do you need from us, Alanna? What's going on?
Well, I don't know what you all have going on between the four of you, but I asked you here to talk about what's going on with her. And she points at Raven. You signed a contact trace form?
Yeah,
Right.
apparently.
So, and you're the only one who did, right? You been getting any like weird messages, phone calls, stuff like that lately?
I got a phone call last night, but I told them I wasn't interested.
They'll be back. They're with Fairbrooks Pharmeceutical, which is who I actually work for. So, in the interest of being honest with each other, I do work for the university. I do collect samples and specimens and stuff like that. All of that is true. That stuff that leaked and smashed and, you let a cat bat it across a train carriage, that was all legit. But the university isn't the only group that has access to that contact tracing data. Fairbrooks has it too. Like, have you seen...
Is that legal?
Kind of above my pay grade, but I'm guessing no. Or I'm guessing it's residing in a questionable / gray area. They're trying to collect as much data on parselings as they can to come up with this panacea thing that they keep talking about. Yeah. It's really secret, really hush-hush. But, I
mean, what are they? Like, I guess in the truest sense. Is it something I should worry about? Should I be worried about Penny?
I think if you have one of these tattoos, you should absolutely be worried about them. I wasn't worried about them before I had mine.
So you
Wow,
have to figure out a way to get them
kind
out.
of an asshole move.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't understand what we're going through until you walk it, but still. Okay, so what can we do for Raven? What is our step to keep her safe?
So
They just have my phone number. I could change it. Would that help? Get a new phone? Get a new identity. I'll go undercover. I'll be witness protection. Yeah. But Parsley
so for that
witness.
For that to actually work, you would need... You know what? If you are going to do that, it's probably better that you don't discuss what the plan is in front of me. So I'll tell you what I know, and then you all can decide to figure out whatever it is you've got going on with your little group here. But I feel like I should just pass this on because this shit is dangerous. You remember that guy on the train that you saw with the whole like heart hole in the chest thing? Yeah. That's Caleb Stanis. He was one of the first people that volunteered for the program back before we started canvassing and collecting stuff in public venues. There was a sort of public research drive. We didn't really know a whole lot about the infection, how it affected people, whether there was a way to kind of reverse engineer it. When they were trying to figure that out originally, if there was a way that you could destroy the parasite inside of someone without destroying the person too, that was where Incoherent came from. He is one of the original ones. It's wild, it's unpredictable, and understandably, a lot of them ghosted or just stopped showing up or disappeared after that. So we really don't know too much about how it works because we can't collect data if people don't show up to the lab. But they get completely taken over, and the word just kind of feeds on them. It wants what it wants. They're basically like natural disasters in walking around human form. So
what are the chances that something like that could happen to us?
That's the best case scenario. If they get a hold of you.
It sounded like the worst case. So what's the worst case?
The worst case is that there are a bunch of people who, when pushed to the brink, They died.
And you were
The ones
traveling
that-
on the subway with something like this.
Yeah, you know, it sounds really stupid and idiotic when you put it that way, but at the time, I kind of just wanted health insurance and a paycheck every 2 weeks. Like, I don't know who it is who's footing the bill for you guys to be musicians, but I don't got that. I mean, you're out there grinding for your art. You're out there, I don't know, like tagging the sides of buildings. Raven, I don't know what it is you do, but like, we're all grinding here. I didn't take this job knowing that it was gonna be something that hurt people. So like,
How is it that you know so much about us after having known us for 24 hours? Not even.
well, no offense, but like, you're super easy to read. And also, those two have their faces all over this entire city. You seriously can't walk past a single phone pole or crosswalk or broadside of a building that doesn't have Squid Ink posters all over it.
It's good marketing.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Work hard.
Raven, you're in the database at work now.
Right. So how do we get your people off our back?
If you had somewhere to lay low or like disappear, get out of town, I'd look into that. Seriously. If you do, I don't want to know about it. I got to figure out what I'm doing. Work doesn't know yet, but they're going to figure it out eventually. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I have an aunt that lives in Chicago. Maybe I'll just go stay with her for a while. She's got a nice sofa.
Chicago far enough?
I don't know. I'm literally 2 days old at this. I just don't know.
So, what is it they want to do with us?
They want to extract your parasites from your bodies, your brains, your nervous system. Like it's really involved. Like people, there are professionals in the field, like professional epidemiologists, professional virologists. They don't fully understand how this works. Not all of them are with Fairbrooks. A lot of them don't even know what Fairbrooks is doing behind the scenes. They're getting funding, but they don't know what's happening behind the scenes because they don't work for Fairbrooks. So Fairbrooks wants this extraction process so that they can use it to make a drug, a powerful drug, a panacea that can cure anything, like any problem. The untapped potential of a single word.
I mean, that kind of sounds like a good thing.
That's what I thought. That's why I wanted this job. I thought I would actually be doing something useful and impactful on the world.
But the way they're going about it. It's not right.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
How much funding does the university have, would you say?
Like the whole university? Or
Yeah,
just
the one school, or are they an implementation like are there multiple locations?
well, I mean, there's the main campus, which is in the university district of the city, which you would know. There's a couple other, I guess, like satellite branches sort of around the area. There's, I mean, the place where I work and the place where we store a lot of the samples and stuff is offside of the main campus. There are buildings that have, you know, better ventilation, better standard laboratory conditions. It's kind of hard to just have in the middle of the city. Spend less on security, trying to make sure that people don't just wander in off the street and stuff. It happens. Why?
I'm just wondering what we'll have to run away from and how long we'll have to run away for.
So you're gonna get out?
We're running?
We can't just leave our lives. That's not an option.
Yeah, we kind of work.
Can't really have one here.
I think we
Yes,
can.
we can.
Yeah. If Penny says we can, we certainly can.
I mean, technically, they only are looking for me, not you guys.
Yeah, but we're not
Then
going to leave
don't
you out in the cold by yourself. Yeah.
Right. Well, Alanna, Alan, what was your name? It doesn't matter. This has been great. Thanks for the information. We're going to get the F out of Dodge. And it sounds like you are too, so it's been nice knowing you. But I hope I never see you or your gun again.
Cool.
I mean, Stump, you've had it for such a long time, it's basically yours.
2 days.
She took it back. 2 days what?
Yeah, he has a clip. It's such a long time. He's had a clip for 2 days.
All right. Well, I'm staying. Penny, what are you?
I mean,
We'll
I don't
figure it
blame
out.
you.
What are you thinking?
She said not to talk about it in front of her. So
Oh,
thanks for the
yeah,
information.
fair.
But we'll take it from here.
All right. Well, you know where to find me if you need me, but honestly, I wish you all the best.
You too.
Okay.
You should.
Okay, I'm
As
gonna
soon
go.
as she's out the door. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just she's snapping her laptop closed and walking out. Just dramatic.
As soon as she's out the door, Penny flips open her notebook that she always has on her, and she's gonna scribble down Alanna's name, the fact she's going to Chicago to stay with her aunt. So, like, if stuff goes down, she remembers all those details of where to get to this person. I know that you guys wanted to start working with our new friends and like help the world, but I think maybe this should take priority.
I'm going to wait until Alanna is out the door and the door is shut behind her. Look, now that she's gone, if you guys really want to stick around, I think our best bet is to deal with those people.
What if she hid a bug under the table?
I think that's gum.
I heard of people like that do that. They hide. They have these little bugs, and then they can listen to you, and you don't know that they're listening, even though they're gone.
So what? You want to swap tables?
We can. There are no other cafes we can go to. This is the only one. So
Let's just go across the room, different table. It's pretty quiet right now, anyways. Penny will gather up all the
Outside.
muffins.
Packer gonna take a muffin.
The new location has patio seating now too, by the way.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we'll go outside. Okay, you feel better now, Raven?
Yeah.
Good.
I think the smart move is to grab our new allies. You heard what she said. There's only a handful of locations. And if there's only a few locations, then remember what I said last night. If there's a war going on, we could win it in a day.
So what do you want to do? What are you saying?
I say we try to swallow the campus and throw it somewhere far, far away.
But there's good people in campus too. It's the pharmaceutical company that's not being good. What was it? Farsight?
Fairbrook.
Yeah. Sorry, but there's no such thing as a good employee. And if you
What
can
about
point
all the
out who the
students?
good employees are,
Raven's right. What
That's
about the
going
students?
way too
We
far.
can't just go tear. Yeah, we can't just tear down an entire campus.
look, the options are
we made
that or leave. So if you guys
Or
are
we
thinking about sending them a written invitation first so that they can clear out the student body, then I'm out of here.
can make it so they can't continue their research.
Yeah.
We find out how they're doing this, where they're doing it, and we hit that specific location instead of tearing down the university.
I mean, every university has a IRB or something like that. If we can find proof that they're not doing things to specifications, deliver it to the IRB board or to the media, maybe we can shut them down prematurely.
Or if you really want to tear something down, we could, you know, smash up a lab or something.
Maybe.
So, know where those are?
We can find
I
out.
can see if I can find it. I'll open the laptop that I had with me in my bag. May I roll something for this? Like, I don't know if like hacking's a thing or whatnot, but I have a pretty good research and tech skills. Like my tech is
Yeah,
green.
I think research
I
or
definitely-
tech. What exactly is it that you're looking for? Just the location of this spot, or
So
just
what
because
she
that'll
really
help
wants to
me
do first
figure out?
off-
Yeah.
That makes sense. So first off, she'll pull up information on Fairbrooks Pharmeceuticals and
Okay.
kind of like see what that is, because I'm sure they have like a public address, right? And then she wants to try and go like see if there's like an employee login type thing for the website. You know how some websites have like the customer facing page and then the employee facing page. She
Yeah,
wants to
yeah.
get
The employee
the employee
portal.
facing page to see what's in
Right.
there.
And you connecting in the cafe.
Yes.
Cool.
Cafe Wi-Fi. Yeah.
So you
I'll
are
use
on.
incognito mode. See if that helps.
So you're on a public Wi-Fi network in incognito mode after having talked to a known employee of this corporation. However,
But we moved tables.
you did move tables, and
We're
thanks
outside.
thanks to your boon from the chat, you are not going to attract any sort of heat
Thanks, Jack.
for this search. So let's make that an intelligence tech.
Okay. 6
Tell me
cats.
how many. Yep, tell me how many successes you wind up with, and I will tell you how many questions you can ask.
Oh, dearie, dearie. Okay, what's the difficulty rating?
This is going to be a 4.
Okay. I'm going to use my sweet little chat token that I have, and I'm going to draw an extra card.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I am 1 off, so I am going to spend a potential to use one of my diamonds. I'm going to discard a 2 of hearts.
Okay.
And I will add that as my success, which brings me to a total of 5 successes.
Awesome. Since this is a low intensity scene, things like this work a little bit differently, but I will say that if you want to basically like push yourself, you can take it would probably be like a jack or something into your your deck in order to get like the full amount of successes to meet the difficulty. Then you'd wind up with some sort of slight inconvenience. So you already know that you're not going to attract heat, but there will be some sort of inconvenience that'll come up, probably related to your.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say that probably what'd you say?
Is there a specific suit of jack?
Yeah, this would be for spades because you are doing a sort of like brain-based task. So if you were then trying to do something like that again, it would be something like your laptop is out of charge when you need it, or whatever seems like thematically appropriate. When you draw those face cards, just the jack, it's essentially a dud card in your hand, and it goes out of your deck once you draw it. So it's a temporary setback as a dud card, but then
Perfect.
You can get rid of it once you draw it. All right. So, with 6 successes, I'm going to let you ask. I'm going to let you ask 4 questions. What would you like to know?
Dang.
You're into the employee portal. Where would you like to go first? I'll give you a little bit of guidance, just of like, it seems that whatever you were able to actually get into. Oh, right. Ooh, we just got a Bane. Thank you very much, chat. I'm not using that right now because we're in the middle of the scene, but it's coming. All right. So I'll give you apparently have logged into somebody that has about medium clearance, I guess, profile. There's a lot of redacted information still in these files. Lots of bits and pieces of things that look like they've been scrubbed. But it's pretty well organized, all things considered. There's a dossier kind of thing here written by Dr. E. Starshine, conjectures on the origins of parasites, and some research notes on parasite characteristics. There's also some personal research notes from Dr. S. McQuarrie on parasite observations and parasite infection routes. Same Dr. McQuarrie has a research section on parasite cultivation and management guidelines. And the final segment is one on identifying parselings and parseling psychology, also by McQuarrie, although interestingly, in the psychology section shows up the name Professor Murr. So
Murr. Okay. So she'll be tapping through all this, and she'll be like noting down these names. She is going to 4 questions, you said? first question is, what location does oh my gosh, I just blanked their name.
Macquarie.
Not Macquarie, thank you. Where does Macquarie work? Like, what is where are they stationed? Like, what location are they associated with?
Macquarie is a tenured professor at the university. That would be something that is public record, pretty easy to find. It looks like, judging from the locations where a lot of these notes have been uploaded, they spend a fair amount of time traveling between doing clinicals. So there's some clinical notes, case files and stuff from Seattle Children's Hospital, Harborview Medical Center, Swedish, etc. It seems like this is one of those sort of research scientists that travels around a lot of different local hospitals and, will do like observations or special projects and things. Most of MERS notes are from a singular location, unspecified address, but they're all, uploaded from the same IP address. Just not a specific like physical address listed there.
Okay. Next question. Where does Macquarie live?
Ooh. Macquarie has a nice sort of one of the really older style buildings for the city. In the past, 40 or so years, the city has gotten built up a lot with new, more modern style architecture, but there's still some older houses in Lower Queen Anne, which is a neighborhood that is kind of like north-ish of the downtown area where you are. It's a lot more residential. It's got like a lot of those nice sort of like cafes, people walking their dogs by there. It's a place where there's a lot of families live and a lot of people that have lived in the city for a long time. He's got a nice house there. Like, you can look up pictures of it because, again, not too difficult to find that out. And it's not exactly like a mansion, but he'd be pretty well set if he's able to afford that.
Okay, cool. You said I had mid-tier access.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably can't find anything specifically relating to people who are like removing parasites.
You mean like names of people that are doing this procedure?
Or other people who have had it done to them, so that I could like talk to like victims.
Oh. People that have had it done to them. Okay. All right. There are 3 case files that you are able to find. One of them, the first one, the name is redacted. And it looks like all of the parselings are numbered according to certain things. So it's like there's anonymous stuff, and then some of them still have their names listed. The first one's name is redacted, a 47-year-old woman born in Copenhagen, Denmark. Her known words are storm, force, law, order, powerful, and guiding. Don't worry about writing all this down because I'll just send it to you. But, we can do this for RP. It looks like she was infected in an experiment as a test subject of her husband, whose name is redacted. She was repeatedly injected with small quantities of reconstituted parasites and had a very smooth infection period and required close to no recovery.
Good for her.
She was present at the initial quarantine of the city 2 years ago and took command during the of the second parse is what it's called, which was second wave there. Reports from her team suggest that she played a vital role in suppressing the incoherence that escaped. So knowing what you know from Alanna, you could probably put together that kind of thing. And that she played a vital role in shaping something called the Accidents Corps to be one of the primary forces in charge of Parseling community. She is also reputed, a force to be reckoned with as a fighter and martial artist. The rest of her file is so heavily redacted you can't read much of it, but the current location is here. The second file is for one Rudolph D. Clancy, 56-year-old man born in Ireland, affiliated with Fairbrooks Pharmeceuticals and the Accidents Corps. His known words are limit, strife, strong, crumble, empty, explosive, fallible, flawed, and psychosomatic.
Wow.
And it says that he was a volunteer subject who volunteered during the original quarantine of the city. He's proved an excellent recovery agent for his employees, often bringing back his quarry dead and missing their words. Which you in particular might have an inkling about how that's done. Haha, inkling.
Oof. Yeah.
Prior to his infection with the parasite, he worked at the DMV, had no real significant standing, no recorded affiliation with criminal activity or any military training. It seems like his significant activities have been basically as a parceling hitman, tracking down and terminating or retrieving errant products is what they're referred to in the files. He was often seen by guards stationed at the sort of like perimeter quarantine barricade thing, bringing in weak and injured lingua. And it was noted that rarely was he accompanied by the same person, more than once. Reports indicate that his words appear as hot pink letters across his face, and that towards the end of his time with Fairbrooks, very little untouched skin remained. Many of his words also seemed contrary to his actual behavior. He's also noted for having a particular fondness for his shotgun. The final parceling.
Both of these people sound super dangerous. Okay, cool. Final.
The final parceling file is for a 34-year-old woman born in Coventry, England, affiliated with Fairbrooks Pharmeceuticals. Her known words are mark, organized, secure, and efficient. And she's listed as deceased. Her name is Alanna Milor. Under her file, it says that there's been no clear data obtained regarding her infection, but there is speculation that she was either infected by her company's prototype serum or through a cat-based lingua. Also, there is a sort of shitty, grainy CCTV screenshot there. Caption that the emergence of her tattoo on public transit is actually considered by the wider academic community to be the first recorded emergence of a Parselings tattoo. It looks like she was hired on as the secretary for the Fairbrooks CEO, a man named Johan Algrist. Her quick thinking has been said to delay or squash some of the most dangerous incoherents who have emerged from within the city. And she has been long valued for her assistance in procuring research materials from within the city. In exchange for a monopoly of any humanitarian aid, she has often had her faction leave weakened and wounded lingua for observation a quarantine border. Often been the target of corporate espionage, cooperated amicably with those within the Accidents Corps, and sought to maintain order within the city walls. There is a protocol which bears her name that is recorded here fully for dealing with incoherence. It's become the standard for any group that deals with incoherence on a daily basis. Avoid lethal force if necessary, as the emergence of an incoherent is less than ideal, but always be sure to note down the words of individuals for future reference. Even if you were unable to utilize the information during the encounter, future agents may rely on this as a matter of life or death.
Wow.
So you got one more question.
I got so much information. I don't even know what to ask my
Mhm.
final question. You said that she delivered her things to the quarantine border. Do I, as Penny, already know where the quarantine border is, or is that a location that I should glean from this site?
So that is a location that you know where it already is because it's required to basically be tested for signs of infection before going into or out of the city. 2 years ago, when this infection first began, it was a lot stricter. It was definitely more of that, when you see a military style checkpoint. Now it's a lot more relaxed, low key. There's a little bit more permissible passage for people that are just traveling within a very local area to not have to necessarily go through the full-on testing thing. But there are still stations and kiosks and whatnot that are set up around sort of the city limits and at very major highways coming in from out of town, out of state, places like that. But it is vast and goes around the entire city pretty much, and the file doesn't specify is there a specific location of it where she was found frequently.
In that case, she is going to try and reverse engineer this question. She's going to see okay, so it had she brought in these people. I'm going to go see if I can find the files of the lingua and the people that she brought in to see if they were had a check-in location and see if she could find where that was.
Okay. Don't find anything on any of the human assets that she has acquired, but you do spot... Hold on. Let me just find my notes for this. That there is a large concentration of consistent trips to a particular point in the industrial district. This is the sort of heavy industry area where there's a lot of freight trains and shipping and stuff. And coincidentally, the place where New had said that she thought most of her cats had gone missing too.
I was wondering. Okay.
Good question.
That was where lingua were being... Is that, and that's where she was delivering lingua, not incoherence?
Yep, lots of recorded lingua trips.
All right, in that case, that's all of her questions. And she will close the laptop, rub at her temples because that gave her a migraine, and she is going to relay all that information to the group.
Alrighty.
Okay, guys, this is what I found. And she's just gonna, for sake of time, she'll just relay it all to you guys, what she found. So, I think that gives us a bunch of information of places to start looking. And this location where the lingua trips are mentioned, we could probably do like the double task of looking for this location and the cats that New said were missing. And like worst case scenario, I found out where one of like their main scientists live, and we can follow her if necessary.
Do you think that's our first best bet?
I think we should try out this location first, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we're new to this. I think that if we're going to do something, our first step should still be to involve the others.
Yeah, we could go talk to Anonymous and Edge.
Yeah, I guess that's the first stop. Anyone else want to ride on my scooter?
You can ride 2 people on that thing?
Yeah, it's really only reserved for people who've been scootering for some time, but if you're good enough and skilled enough, it still works.
I'll meet you guys there. Packer gives me a fucking migraine. And he heads over to his bike, which is like this far away from us because we're outside.
Go and get my scooter.
Wait, stop. I'd rather ride with you than with Packer, please.
Come on.
I'll ride on my longboard next to you, Packer. I won't let you go alone.
You guys want to take off one of his shoelaces? I can tow you.
No,
Like Back
we're
to the
fine.
Future.
We can catch up.
One of you will survive. The other will die. $10 if you can guess who it is. All right, well, we'll see you at the hideout then.
Okay, see you there.
So y'all are heading back to the sanctuary underground
Mm-hmm.
all together?
I think that the people on the motorcycle are probably going to get there before the people who are.
Well, hold on. I think Scooter has a great opportunity.
Depends
to
on how
catch
much
up to
downhill and
motorcycle.
uphill there is.
Yeah, be that
Yeah, if
as it
there's
may,
uphill,
knowing the
that's hard.
topography, it's gonna take Team Scooter a lot longer than Team Rocket to get there. So let's have we got Stump and Raven. Stump and Raven. Some time spent together on your way to the sanctuary.
Underground.
How long does it take us to get there?
Maybe like 20 minutes or so. Traffic.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's going to take
It's like
them
20
forever to
minutes by
scooter
motor
over
vehicle.
there.
Team Scooter will be there by 9 p.m.
3 days later.
They can parse, they'll figure it out. You never know. Maybe someone will just origami a city block and they'll be like, woo, topology.
Yeah.
No one's ever like, woo, topology, but I can
Topology.
dream.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
How are you holding
What
up,
do you
Raven?
think about all this?
I think it's stupid that we don't just finish this right away, but I guess
You
it is
really
the
wanna
smarter
just-
play.
Blow everything up or take it out or sink
Not blow it up.
or-
Put it in a sinkhole. Sink it in.
Yeah. Sink it
Yes.
in.
Yeah. Wouldn't you? I mean, you're the one who's...
I don't know. It sounds... No. It's too destructive. I don't like it. It just doesn't sound right. I know they're probably bad people, but I don't know. This is beyond me, let me tell you.
I think it's a little naive to think that the people who are being taught there aren't being taught with some form of bias. So even if they are students, I don't think that they're going to come out completely innocent.
That's true.
And it's better to nip it in the bud than to spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder over what might be.
By burying them all.
Better them than me.
Gosh. You know, we could just go to my family's place and hide there for a while. I mean, it's off the grid. Nobody knows really much about it from in the city. I doubt if anybody even knows where it is.
Yeah, you heard Tweedledee and Tweedledum are planning to stay. So if we go off running, we leave them all alone. Now, while it seems like a great idea, we know them. At the very least, we owe them a goodbye before we leave them sitting with their hands full of shit.
Oh, goodness. And all this because I signed a stupid paper. Oh, I'm so dumb.
I don't know how they got your signature. I thought I spray painted the damn thing. But that's not important. We'll figure it out, I guess. And if we can't, then we go with my plan.
That'll be Plan Z.
Then you better come up
sure
with C through X sometime soon. Because Plan Y is to prep your fucking bags for when I go through with Plan Z.
Oh, gosh. Who would have thought such strange little creatures could cause such chaos in people's lives, right?
Yeah. Well, if they found a way to do this safely, I can't say that I'd want to keep mine. Small as it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
These things are a nuisance. I've got a big fat word on my fucking face. I gotta wear beanies every single day. These things are hot. And then, of course, so long as we have the ability to create things out of thin air, someone's gonna want to find a way to weaponize it. Today it's the university. Tomorrow, who knows?
Never understood people who just want to take things and automatically make them bad. Why? What's the point of it? Why be angry all the time? I want to do things to people like that. It's so much better to do good, to be kind, to be happy, not grumpy,
Yeah.
cranky.
Not everybody was raised on a field of strawberries and kindness like you were, Raven.
Well, they should. Not consider us the strange ones.
By and large, people have to find a stick and fend for themselves, and whoever has the bigger stick fends the most for themselves. So,
I'd rather be strange.
strange is fine. Just don't be naive. Don't get caught being
that is
weird
changing by the day.
We all gotta grow up sometime, Raven. Some of us just forced to do it faster. Where the fuck are those two?
And some of us, when we grow up, we seem to get sadder.
Maybe. I don't know if
What you
sad's
need
the
are
word for it
chickens.
necessarily. Chickens?
Yeah.
Your head was always around that kind of stuff, Raven. I was never one for farm life.
You've never tried it.
It smells. And it's dirty, and they're annoying and loud. At
Not as
the
bad
most
as the city.
inconvenient times. City's got a rhythm to it, I guess. It's more like a droning. It's like bees. I could keep bees.
There you go.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Pipe dreams. We all
When
know
this
I'm
is
not gonna
all
keep
over
bees.
and everything's better again, right? Or something.
I don't know that bees are necessarily something that I would see in my future regardless, but sure. Baby
We'll
steps.
find something for you. Yeah.
At that point, Team Scooter catches up to Team Rocket. You are all...
All right, there we go. Awesome.
We come like sliding up power slide mode.
Mm-hmm.
Just like amazing. Prepare for trouble.
You feel better? For
Make it
the
double.
record, your team Rocket, your team Scooter.
Well, we could
So-
just substitute in the Scooter for the Rocket bit. I
Yeah,
bet
I
that
figured we
Packer
would
and
just-
I could say it better than you and Raven.
Boom. That is fair.
I've seen your shows. I doubt that very much. We'll try it after we're
Hold
done meeting
on.
with these people.
What? You don't like our music, man?
No, he's saying that because of our music choices, we won't actually know the Team Scooter motto.
Okay.
The prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
Protect the world from devastation.
Oh, Packer, you're letting me down. Stump is right.
I don't look. I don't want Nintendo on my ass. All right, who knows if they're watching? You don't fuck with
Oh, they're
Nintendo.
always watching.
Exactly.
They're like
Nintendo.
Disney. They have a
Yes.
sense about this.
They both are led by rats with powers who never die. All right, we just need to be careful.
What are you guys
Also,
talking about?
What the
Chickens.
fuck? Who's
we were just
Please.
talking about how much we hate Packers music.
such a dick? It's our music.
Did you guys-
It's Penny and Packer's music.
It's okay. We can fight about it another time. Did you guys knock on the door yet?
No, she's standing right there.
Yeah, I think there's. Hello.
Nods down at New, who's very clearly there, looking at us.
Hi. She's still got the beanie pulled down over where her forehead has her big new. So if you want to come in, you have to say the password.
You didn't give us a
There is
password.
no password.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, there is. When I'm in charge of the gate, there's a password.
Is it cookies? And I pull the cookies out of my pocket.
Hold on.
Okay, you can come in.
Sour Patch.
And she takes them and puts them in like this giant kangaroo pocket in a sweatshirt that's so big it looks like a dress. I will accept this. And then she takes the Sour Patches. Okay, you can come in too.
All right, that's all. That's for all of us, right? We're good.
That's not how it works.
Here, and he'll take out a signed copy of the Squeak mixtape. There you go. Track
You know,
2
my dad
is
says-
especially what?
Track 2 is what?
Especially vibrating.
You know, my
Like,
dad says that
trust me.
sharing is caring.
What does that even mean? That shared you this amazing album.
I think it means you don't care very much, but she still puts it into the kangaroo pocket. Okay, you can come in.
Damn. Penny, we're cool, right? Like, we're on our way up. I feel like the last couple days have been kind of downers. Jeez.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, apparently.
And she
Your
waits
faces are on
expectantly
more
for
corners
what-
than Starbucks.
She wants to know what Stump is going to give to New.
Yeah.
Like,
Stump,
Oh, the
Stump
clip.
kneels down. Stump kneels down and kind of puts his part of his back to the group, and like reaches into his hoodie pocket, and in two of the wrappers, it looked like with one of those plastic knives, somebody's cut one of the blueberry muffins that Penny made in half. And he's like, I already ate most of it, but it's pretty good. Penny made them, so they might be poisoned, but I'm not dead yet. So if you want, you can have the other half. And I give her half of my blueberry muffin.
She very solemnly takes it and shoves the entire thing into her mouth. Did you find the cats yet?
No, we're working on it. That's what we're here for. Is everybody else here?
Okay. You can come in. Yeah, they're all still here. They're all still here. Come on. Then she just waves you
Did
in.
they ever go anywhere?
Edge is there. Interestingly enough, Anonymous is not home at the moment, but there are a couple of rather tall, spindly folks standing off to a corner, doing what looks like they're making some kind of like meal for the group or something. One of them is cooking and one of them is kind of taking care of the bed area where the people that are squatting are. Penny, you know these two, Towering and Squares.
Hey, Squares. Hey, Towering.
What's up? We are just getting the old homestead all nice, fresh, and clean because somebody, and they just look over towards where Edge is, hasn't taken out the trash for 3 weeks.
Edge.
You gotta be a good roommate. Yeah.
Do we do like a little like hand slide where we like high five each other, but like real slick?
Yes,
Gotta be a good roommate.
Mm-hmm.
When is Anonymous gonna be back?
I don't know. He said he had to go somewhere on an errand. He's been gone most of the day. I don't know where he went.
Oh.
So, did you
When
find my
he's
cats
not
yet?
here, who's in charge?
Me. I let you in. That makes me the boss, right?
I just look over to Edge.
Edge sort of like and gestures over in the direction of Squares, who is proceeding to take these sort of cot beds and fold like sheets and blankets over them, hospital corners. Yeah, he's in charge. Don't look at me. It's not me. It's definitely not me. It shouldn't be me. Oh my god, are you kidding?
You know what? I agree that it should be you.
Mm-hmm. You know how Anonymous, like Parselings, we all have things to offer to the world? Leadership is not what I have to offer to the world, okay? Like, I do other stuff.
I get it. Squares, do you have a minute? My friend Raven
Yeah,
has
sure.
a problem that we'd like to talk about.
And she
Raven, do you
just
want to
sort of
explain what's going on?
gestures
Or, I'm
for y'all
sorry,
to take a seat.
Seed.
Get comfy.
I tell them all about the form and the phone call, and do we want to talk about her too?
Up to you. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
And tell them about Alanna. Or Mark. But not that she's going to Chicago or escaping or anything like that.
Okay. Boy, you kids really stepped in this one. Well, we don't have a whole lot to offer in terms of completely taking on Fairbrooks. We kind of lie low and stay out of the way. Visibility, tactics aside. But we can at the very least offer you a safe place to stay. Nobody knows we're here. Assuming that, Anonymous gave you the rules rundown and everything, nobody can know that we're here and you didn't tell anybody that there's a secret community of Parselings living under the city, which I hope you didn't, because I kind of like it here.
While we didn't tell anybody specifically, we got a message from Alanna saying, I know who you talked to. I don't know if that was you, but you seem to be the only group of note that we've spoken with.
Well, that certainly changes things. Listen, I know you're planning to leave, but you can't do anything stupid in the meantime that's going to bring down too much heat on us. You're going to have to lie low until this dies down. She's gone. Which means you're going to have to make arrangements to stay with us for a while. You know how they quarantine the city? No in or out without permission. Y'all can help around the area, take care of the space and stuff, maybe run a couple of errands for the group, but no leaving the city. We can't keep you safe if we don't know where you are.
But we don't have to
So we're gonna
stay
be chilling.
here, just in the city.
I wouldn't go to a ton of your old familiar places.
I mean,
Little weird though, since I'm pretty sure the two of you are supposed to be prepping for a big
Yes.
show, but I'm sure you'll think of something.
I don't know. This is our life we're talking about. Like, we have to play that show.
Here's an idea. What if we got our show moved to the university auditorium? Set it like a fundraiser type thing, and we set up an opportunity for us to infiltrate.
I love it. I'm in, Penny.
Seed isn't someone who's meant to be trapped or underground. That's not who she is. She's not meant to be on the run. She's meant to take root. That's who she is. We're not just going to let
Thanks,
her
Penny.
run for the rest of her life.
Right. New. Did
Yeah.
Anonymous ever tell you what to do if bad people came down here?
Yes, but it's supposed to be a secret, like emergencies only.
Is it just for you or is it for everybody?
It's for everybody that I know. Not like the whole town, but you know.
Everyone down here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to be staying here for a while. So I'm going to need to know what to do.
We can't
You
go
think you
without
can
my
show me?
cat. We can't go
We
without
won't go
my
without your
cats.
cats. I
Well, how
just
do
want
you
to know
know
what
that?
to do.
They're not here right now.
We need to find the cats.
We need to find the cats and then I can show you where the secret place is. But we can't go without the cats. We need them.
I promise you we won't leave until we find the cats. But if something bad happens, we're going to need to make a hurried exit, and I need to know how to do that.
I mean,
I'll
the
make
cats
you
were
a
what,
deal.
last seen? Like in the tunnels? could go down there and see.
There are a bunch of them further
What's the
down
deal?
there, and I think some of them went to the trains, but my dad won't let me go there by myself, and I haven't been able to get him to go with me. I need a grown-up to go with me because I can't go there by myself. If you help me find my cats, I'll show you where the secret is. You're gonna have to trust me. I can't tell you where it is. I have to show you where it is.
All right. I'll go.
Let's go find
We'll get
Just
you a cat.
yourself.
One
Yes.
cat.
Well, actually, you should probably get 2 cats. They kind of are better together in terms of like
Mhm.
social.
They
Lots
really
of
like
If you
snuggling
get
and
three,
stuff,
then
too.
if they get mad at one, and then they still have the other to cuddle up with.
Are you talking
Mhm.
about 3 cats now?
And then
We'll
they can
work
have babies.
on more later. For now, we get 1 cat. You tell me about the exit or the emergency plan, and then we'll work on getting the rest of them, as many as you want. That's Anonymous's problem, not mine. But for now, 1 cat.
Okay, 1 cat. Can we go now? We have no time to
I'm
waste.
game.
Let's
Mhm.
do it.
You
They're
guys
gonna
come
be
up.
out there like all lost and alone.
All right. Lead the way, New.
All right.
Yeah, I might get an Uber this time.
The quads are
We
on
can't
fire
Uber.
from the scooter.
To the front of Sanctuary. That's not okay.
You're also underground, so
We
you could try and
we have
call
to,
an
like-
Uber,
Where's-
but
Yeah, I'd be like, can you pick me up here? Just send like coordinates and stuff. I would tip the Uber driver.
do you not normally
Don't
tip
tell
your
me
Uber
we're here.
drivers?
Hold on, my Uber's outside.
Oh God.
okay. So you are all making your way towards. Oh, really quick. Thank you so much, Drachma and Demigods, for the raid. Welcome on into the stream. We're just playing some Parselings here, finding some weird tentacle inky cats. And thank you for that donation, Mr. Smith. We appreciate it very much. Let us know what you would like that to be used for using highlight in the chat. All right. You make your way towards the industrial district. There's a lot of like heavy machinery, a lot of kind of rusty train cars sort of moldering into disused tracks, and additionally a lot of shipping, like actual cargo ships area where they sail in and unload onto the docks and whatnot. It's mostly abandoned of people at this point during the day. A lot of, employees are gone home. Although you do notice a greater preponderance of all of those mysterious cat tracks, like the ones that you saw, originally on the train. They're always hiding around here, but I don't know why. I have their favorite foods back at my house.
You could have
And that
mentioned
is-
that before we came all the way here.
I brought some of them with me.
Oh, good. Good.
So there's something here they're attracted to.
Oh, wow. So,
Hey, Penny.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can you help New make more of their food?
Maybe. Yeah, I probably could. New, how good are you at parsing?
I'm good at it.
Is she good
I'm
at
really,
it?
really good. Insight check. No,
I want to
yeah.
read that
You-
too.
yeah, that's gonna happen.
This is a very like sort of confident statement, but you you have no reason to doubt what she's saying. Like she knows what she's on about. She spends a lot of time around adults that do this for a living. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because a parse takes 2 people, so she'll get down like on her knees, and she'll like take hands with this little girl, tell her, "Hey, we just have to focus exactly on the food, and you need to think about it being new and fresh, and I'll think about making more and more of it, okay?"
So, what's your word? Duplicate.
Duplicate.
Mine is new. Duplicate.
Yep.
What else are you adding to our parse?
That's a good question. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
I have slink. Got that from the cats. I'm gonna add that in. They slink around a lot. They're
Okay.
cool.
I don't really have another word that works well with this, unfortunately.
Well, you're all here to help me find them, so I think you should share.
I got lucky. I can help augment it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it then.
All right.
take
Anybody
Parker's
else have any to? Yeah. Okay, so we are doing emissions. So we are drawing for spades. This is going to be a We're duplicating something that already exists, so this is going to be a minor parse. We'll need 3 successes in order to make it happen. So we'll go ahead and have Penny make the draw for this since you're the PC contributing your aspect. Number of augments used is 2. And then New and Packer will draw 2 cards for each word that they've added to the parse.
Okay, and I draw equal to my oh my gosh, I'm
Equal
blanking
to
the word.
your, I know, so am I, and it's literally right in front of me. To the parsing aptitude plus number of augments used. So your aptitude is your, whatever the thing is in your spades.
Yeah.
That works there.
Do I
NPCs
combine
when
the
they
two
draw.
together? Is it 3 or is it 5? Okay.
Your emissions is 5.
Yours is 5. Yeah,
5.
yours
Oh,
is
you're right,
spades
you're right.
is your strongest one. So
Yep.
you've got
Yeah.
5, and then Packer and New are each going to draw 2. Oh wow.
So, and you said the challenge is 4?
3.
So I have a total of 3. So okay, so I've got a total of 4 then, because I get the 3 from here and then 1 additional because I drew a 4.
Okay, so we've got 4 successes there. Packer. What you got?
2 successes.
All right, so that puts us up to 6. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Because true to her word, New is very good at parsing and got a whopping 6 successes. So we have now manifested our first miraculous parse.
Is it
You
just
never could have
raining
achieved-
from the goddamn sky?
Pretty much. And the shipping container that you're next to has also like busted open its doors, and out comes pouring tons and tons and tons of this dry cat kibble, as the combination of new and duplicate has produced an ungodly amount of cat food. So just so that the audience knows this too, the text of the miraculous parse is, you could never have achieved this on your own or even in a small group. This would have taken a year or more to achieve. You will need to make a coherency check. So, need everybody to make a coherency check who was involved in the parse. So, Packer and Penny.
Oh no.
Okay, so how exactly do we go about a coherency check? Remind me. Fresh in my brain.
Is... I'm just making sure that I have the down. Hold on one second. Surviving an incantation, obtaining a word, achieving.
Yeah, I just like how we use this miraculous thing on fucking cats.
And cat food. It's not even to like summon
Cat
cats.
food.
It's to provide bait.
We should have said steak. We should have just made regular food, because then we also could enjoy this miraculous moment. These cats are gonna get godlike cat food,
Packer, you
and they're
can
not
still
even
eat
going
cat
to
food.
appreciate it.
I'm just
Like,
saying,
these cats are
it's
gonna
an
come up
option.
to it. They're going to eat it and look at us and be like, "Whatever, this is okay, cat food.
Yeah.
This is."
You
I
can
like
eat
the
cat food.
idea.
Enjoy the moment.
I'm not eating cat
I
food.
like the
All right,
idea
that's
that-
gonna hurt image.
Cat food is basically bread and fish, right?
More or less, yeah.
So new Jesus.
What?
So, for your coherency test, bringing it back. For fabricating a parse tool, which is what we just did, you were drawing 3 cards and looking for 6 successes.
Okay. I got 2.
4 successes for me.
All right. Does anybody have the ability for spending diamonds?
I
To
can
push
expend
over-
potential to get it to
Mhm,
5,
potential.
but that would be it.
That's not going to be enough, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yep. And you said I only draw 3,
right.
correct?
This is essentially sort of like the eldritch horror of the world coming for you in a big way, because you literally just created like a factory output years worth of cat food together. So that happened.
And we did it on cat food.
And you did it on cat food. Well done. Well done. Hold on one quick second. Okay, so you can describe how like narratively this works. Like, is it a nosebleed? Is it a headache? What? But you send 2 of your cards to your health damage pile.
Oh,
As this sort of massive amount of creation of all of this cat food just wraps itself around your brain, and you can feel the parasite inside of you struggling to just maintain this creation of matter. And you gain a condition, the dyslexia condition, not to be confused with actual dyslexia, for 1 hour. So I'll just say what this is for you. So essentially, it interferes with your ability to draw on your parasite for a while because you have overextended your powers. You put, let's see, 2 jacks, diamonds into your deck.
What if I only have one jack of diamonds?
Ooh, that's interesting. Then you put a queen of diamonds in. We will talk about what that means in just a moment.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
This is
It means we're queen.
bad. Okay. Packer, I have an
Certainly...
image of this. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
And then you
Pull it
can
out,
help
Penny.
me with it. So what is happening in my mind here is like we have our hands and we're holding on to it, right? And you and I are normally really in sync. But we're actually getting a little bit overpowered by New because we normally have like this rhythm between the two of us. And it's like a light runs through my word and it immediately picks up on yours. And normally it makes like this loop that goes between us. But because New is here, she's adding on like this discordant effect. And so we can't let go of her hands and we're starting to shake as we're holding on to each other as like this color of her tattoo is starting to take over the light color that's flashing through our own. And blood starts to drip out of her nose and she can't let go. And she just like finally, as the parse ends, just like falls back onto the ground.
God, yeah. And I think blood should kind of pour from our fingernails as if someone had stuck a bamboo slice right in.
God, ew.
I don't know why, but yes, let's do it.
Ow. You know,
How are you going to play the guitar?
Sometimes. Tis bad. So,
I've done it before.
if you reveal the conditions here that you draw these diamond face cards that you've just added to your deck during any attempts to parse or use a parse-based power the next day, this will cause the check to fail. And it will fail in a very bad way. Something will happen related to the parse that you intend. However, it's debatable how pleasant that is actually going to be. And let me see real quick.
I feel like Packer, when he eventually gets up, looks at New like we do with all the band members who come in for a specific show and they fuck up. It's like looking at the drummer like, you are not on time. God damn it.
All right. Let me see real quick.
Penny's just on her hands and knees, just blood dripping from her nose down to the ground and like doing like little pools around her hands as she's just like hyperventilating.
I think this is where our Bane is actually going to come into because of the miraculousness of this parse. I was like, this is where it comes in. The thing is I needed to just find the sheet that has it. So I'm going to need everybody to add the Queen of Hearts to their deck. This symbolizes unwanted attention caused by such things as breaking the law, causing unrest, or crossing powerful people. I think making a giant shipping container full of magically created cat food explode in the middle of the night is causing unwanted attention. So when you draw this, it increases the difficulty of any acting, manipulation, or rumor checks by 2. I will send all of this to you all so you don't have to worry about it, but it is going to make it harder to do those things. To resolve this condition, you need to either lie low or clear your name. Unlike the jacks, which leave your deck after you draw them and are temporary setbacks, the queens, kings, and above stay in your deck even as time passes. So thank you, chat, for giving me that wonderful Bane. They have attracted some delightful, unwanted attention.
What do the cats
Fortunately for you, you have also attracted the very wanted attention of several of these void cats. Why, etc.
And They have a
who
hunger
start
for human
to
flesh.
sort of pad around. Hold on, let me see. They start to pad around the area where you are, sniffing kind of tentatively, nosing up around your legs. One of them rubs up against Penny and is like, meow.
Oh my god. That someone do the meme. You gotta do the meme. Are you a storyteller?
I can assure you I am in fact a lingua.
Are you not a cat?
Can I pick you up?
I don't. What do I do now? Because there's a cat in the GM seat.
Just roll with it, Packer. Come on.
I want to hold it and love it. Oh my god.
It's so cute.
I'm gonna pick this one up, okay?
Yeah, speak, cat. Speak your wisdom.
Just Penny's gonna pick up the lingua, and it's small, right? It's a little baby. It's a little baby kitty cat.
We're gonna eat this cat. What? I don't know.
She's gonna put it in one of her like cargo pockets on her jacket.
Please let it have some of the
got a
food
little-
too.
And yeah, she's gonna pick up a little handful of the food, and she's hoping it's kibble and not wet food. I'm gonna just put that in there as well, so it can snack. It can do.
Well,
a
if
quick
it's
little
miraculous,
snack.
it has to be wet food. Cats, you know, they love that shit.
Oh gosh.
Shut up, Packer.
I'm just saying.
Especially when you get hungry at 6 in the frickin' morning.
And as it begins to nibble at the food that's sitting in your jacket pocket now. Oh,
Wait,
there we go.
where'd that
I was
go?
like, turn off weird lights. They'll be back. Don't worry.
Okay.
one
I'm
of
worried.
the bigger cats slinks off towards a little area around the other container, the shipping crate, and New follows. Penny, you've interacted with these lingua before, perhaps a little bit more than most. When you originally picked that first cat up, almost as if there's some sort of like telepathic link between your parasite and the other cat's parasite. As you know, like parasites are drawn to each other. They kind of feed off of each other's energy, so to speak. Picking up this cat gives you an overwhelming sense of the urge to flee, the urge to run, the urge to hide, the urge to protect. The lingua are animals that have been infected with parasites. They're not capable of doing the same kind of things that the conscious human mind is capable of doing. So they're not really capable of speaking as such, but they are a little bit more awakened, I guess, and have a different level of consciousness, so to speak, as it settles into your pocket and begins to relax and eat the food. Some of the intensity of that flee, run, hide, protect begins to die down a little bit and feels it's maybe a little bit more at home.
Good. Because when it first hit her, it was so overwhelming. She grabbed Packer's hand as if she was gonna run away and drag him with her.
You okay, Benny?
Yeah. Just weird connection words. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried, but okay, that was a lot that just happened. Wiping blood.
Yeah. Are you okay?
You are okay.
Yeah, I think I feel sluggish. Honestly, I could use a nap or something. This is a shower at least. God damn.
Anna, is New peeking from the nose?
She went and ran around the corner of a shipping container, so you can't see whether she still is, but she had pretty much all of the same side effects that you all described, too. Since you were all doing
Stump,
this
can you
together.
check on Stump, can you check on New? Thanks.
Yeah, Stump will walk over to the shipping container she disappeared behind and look for her. You back here now?
She doesn't say anything, but she's crouched down near where looks like that large cat that had walked around the shipping container that she chased is now nestled down in a little nest it's built itself out of, random scraps of this and that, in which a litter of mewling kittens lies. And she turns around to face you.
Turning back into lawyer?
I've never made something work that good before. Her face is a little off. It looks a little fuzzy and blurry around the edges, like watercolor paper.
I'm gonna reach out and try to put a hand on her shoulder to pull her away from the large cat.
It's just taking care of its babies. But I think maybe we did a little too much to find the missing cats.
Yeah, maybe. Why don't we
weird.
why don't we head back to the sanctuary? We got that cat. So we don't need anything else at the moment. Why don't you come on over here?
Okay. Let me go get the little ones first.
No. We're not taking more cats. Remember, we said one. We have it. We picked one
We
up.
can't
Leave
just-
them here with their mom.
We can't leave them here with their mom. They have to come with us. They need
They
to.
can't. Oof. I'm gonna pick you up now, all right? Because you're not looking
And she
well.
yells out, "No!" And as she staggers off in the direction of where the cats are, begins picking them up, putting them in her giant kangaroo pocket on the front of her sweater. The large floodlights that normally illuminate this place during late night hours or after the sun has gone down turn on suddenly. Sirens begin wailing. Lights flash. And a voice through one of those sort of megaphone things from on top of a car. It looks like a police car, but it doesn't contain markings of the police. Shouts out, "You're trespassing! Violating the parameters of the quarantine zone. Come out now!"
Shit. I'm gonna take a step forward and just grab New off the ground and bolt back towards the group.
All right. with the four of you all rejoined together, the rest of you, having a little bit more time to get your bearings and whatnot, notice that while these look like they would be normally police cars or something like that, a lot of them have this sort of emblem that you recognize as being one of the task force that is designed to basically like make sure that people don't break their quarantine. The kind of people that will like scan and take temperatures, record data, etc. What do you do?
As I'm holding New, I'm running back to the group. I'm like motioning with my other hand as I've got her kind of like football carried under one arm, pointing for them to just go.
Scatter!
Yeah, scatter, go!
Okay. I am going to need... Sorry, hold on one second. I'm going to need everybody to real quick draw me your initiative, because we will see whether this ends up turning into a chase or more of a fight. So, your initiative is potential insight and finesse added to the value of the... So you should have initiative marked down on your character sheet. Over on the left bar under stats. It's auto-calculated. So you've got that, and then add it to the value of the top card that you drive from your deck.
Okay.
13.
All right, if you could just type those also in our green room chat so I have them to write down, that would be awesome.
Sure.
And no, to answer your question, after the parse, you do not have time to reshuffle your decks.
Okay.
All right, so we got Packer got an 11, 13 for Penny. Okay, Raven and Stump are both at 9s. And I'm going to draw real quick. We've got for New a 13 as well. If we get to the point where she can take actions on her turn, that's where she'll be. But right now she is essentially out of it. And then we've got a 10 for one of the sort of like agents. Ooh. It's a jack. So you're going first. And a queen. All right. So we got 2 agents going first. All right.
Oh boy.
So, got a lot of tabs open. This is going to take me 1 second to find the one where I have these guys. But we have got a couple of agents that are here together. They are essentially going to try and create one of those kind of steel net type things that you use to prevent submarines from passing different places. Except it's a people net, so that they can try to ham you in, restrain, otherwise keep you from running away. So the 2 of them working together are going to make an attempt to parse that way. That is going to be... This will be a major parse, so they need 14 successes. And this works for NPCs is a little bit... Yeah, okay. Let's see how they do. All right, luckily for you, they failed pretty significantly. So that's going to give you enough time to get the jump on your next action. So you will all take an extra draw on your next action, whatever it is that you draw cards for, just because there's not really a mechanic here that works for them. If you all fail to parse, weird things happen to you. But if they fail to parse, I'm just making it be that you get some kind of advantage, because that way I have to make up things that happen to them. So next in the initiative order after this failed net, it's just taking some time, is Penny.
Okay.
You can also say that you're gonna like do a team up move with somebody if you like, and that kind of moves you around in the initiative order. So you can say like you can plan it and then be like, okay, and then we'll do this together when it gets to that person's turn. That's also entirely possible.
They're definitely going to do that. So they're gonna pair up with Packer. And what Penny would like to do is to like plan an escape route, one that like breaks line of sight and like, okay, I saw us come in here. This is how we're gonna get out. She's like the smarts.
Okay.
Sorry, Raven.
Let's do
And multiple of you are able to like team up and do that if you want, but if you want that to be like it's not really a held action, but you will take your turn together. So why don't we do this? To have you all move around in the initiative order a little bit more smoothly, I'll have Packer and Penny's initiative essentially collapse into one. I already know what the agent in between you two is going to do, so we'll just resolve those actions simultaneously. So tell me what you're planning, and then we'll talk about how that then looks.
Yeah, what you planning, Penny?
Are you just looking for this to be a simple plan, or... Yeah.
So she wants to just like, okay, this is the direction we have out. So she's going to tell you the path, and then she's going to like run with you to it, so that she can tell you rights and lefts, but like you can like set the speed that we're going and stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Help her over barriers if need be and whatnot. But her instinct is immediately to pair up with her twin. So like that's what her mindset's gonna go.
Okay. Let's have this be... This is a finesse athletics here, which is normally a draw 3 for you, but you do get an extra draw because of the time that you've gathered from the agent or the agent's failed parse. If you have anything else that you would like to use, or anything else that you want to, add to the scene here. I don't know that any of your tricks necessarily apply here, though. I was just looking through.
Sure.
I seduce them.
Sure. No, that works for me. I'm down with an athletics finesse because like they're escaping. I didn't know if I needed to do like the smarts bit of it and do like an intelligence check, and then he rolled the athletics. But it makes sense that
you could, like if you do want to do that, you can.
Yeah, she wants to do the smarts bit of it.
The smarts bit. Okay. Give me insight perception.
So like
then.
Insight perception. Exactly. Yeah. We're on the same page.
Yeah. So that's a total of 6 with your extra draw.
Oh my god. Okay, you ready to see this with this draw?
What happened?
It's like all of the bad cards. I can't even show. Okay, queen, jack, queen.
Oh no. Done messed up.
Okay, so which of the 2 queens that you drew? One of them is the Queen of Hearts, which is your unwanted attention.
And then the other one was the diamonds. So I got the 2 diamonds for the fail.
Okay.
What did I get the 2 diamonds for? Thank you.
One of them was the failed parse. Yeah. And then the other one was
right. They were both a failed parse. This one was for
they
the
were both
food
from a
from
failed
everybody
parse.
that they did. And then my other
Right.
jack is from when I did the hacking bit. And I got
Mhm.
none spades.
Okay.
How does that look?
So, with the Queen of Hearts, this is essentially going to act as a dud card here since you're not doing acting, manipulation, or rumor, but it is going to stay in your deck. The Queen of Diamonds. Where is that? Ooh. Okay. The Queen of Diamonds is Parse Afflicted. So I will say that since this is not going to happen exactly right this second, the next time that you are targeted by a malignant Parse, it is going to have a specific negative effect that affects you. So it's going to give you some sort of like weird condition type thing that could be anything from an annoyance to just straight up being cursed, essentially.
Okay. So
just mark that down and remember that the next time you're affected by a malignant Parse, that's going to come back to get you. So,
you got it.
Did you have any successes there?
I had 0 successes, unless my jack counts as a success. I don't think it does.
It does not, but it's now out of your deck.
Okay.
Now that you drew
Oh,
it.
perfect.
So,
my other jack that I drew.
When you draw the jacks, they leave your decks. They leave your decks.
Get
Those are
outta
just the
here.
things for the queen. So you have not succeeded in laying low because you're the queen.
Or
and,
even
yeah,
telling him
same
which
thing.
direction to go. She's just
Yeah,
like,
so-
ah! It's all up to you, Packer.
Yeah, so go ahead and Packer make me a
Cool.
finesse athletics, unless there is something else that you are trying to do to run away according to your sister's help.
Nah, that looks good.
And you do have an extra
4.
draw,
Oh yeah.
so
okay.
you're drawing 5.
And I pulled the Queen of Diamonds, the Jack of Diamonds. So fun stuff there. Though I did get 2 of diamonds, which I think lets me get at least, was it 2 successes?
That would let you get 2 successes, but you have to have equal to or greater than your draw value. So I'm afraid that is going to be a fail.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, even if you did that, you would have to take like a very serious injury in order to succeed, and you're already Parse afflicted now because you drew that Queen of Diamonds. So if you do want to take a serious injury to succeed and also be targeted even more, you can do that if you want. It will be very bad.
What are the consequences? Because it sounds like the consequences of failing might be equally as bad or worse.
So I will say, y'all are currently running away. They don't seem to be necessarily like out to do anything other than just catch you for trespassing. This would be the kind of thing where it's like you would succeed in running, but you would suffer an injury that would take a really long time for you to recover from because of, you like jump off of something and don't realize how far away the ground is, etc.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just fail and hit the.
Okay, so you are now also Parse afflicted, so you're going to be have a little bit more difficulty whenever you're next targeted by a malignant Parse. The agent is at this point, I'm going to roll for them to do. They're going to maneuver to try and head off Stump and Raven and New, who are kind of all in this same area as the two of you are kind of streaking ahead. This guy's gonna pop up. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be finesse athletics. Okay. He's trying to head you off, but is actually quite slow in being able to set up this maneuver. In no small part, you think, perhaps due to the fact that he is toting a very, very giant alongside with him. And as he's getting closer and closer, normally you wouldn't be able to make out the color in this light were it not for the fact that these words are absolutely swirling across the guy's face in bright pink as he's chasing you through this area. We are now up to Raven, Stump, and New, all on the same initiative. What do y'all do? And feel free if you have team up stuff you want to do to discuss that as well.
I am, while running away, carrying New. I see that she's got a couple of kittens in her kangaroo pouch. I would like to attempt to parse with the lingua.
Yeah.
If that's a thing that can happen. And I know they don't really have words to contribute, so it's gonna be I imagine it'd be dependent on mine. So I'll contribute the word void.
Okay, they do in fact have a word to contribute. I will say though, because you have never attempted to parse with a lingua before, you don't know that. So something will happen meta-wise because they do have a word that will respond to your attempt to parse, but you don't know what that word is.
Sure don't.
Nope. All right.
So when I do it, I don't know. Will I know what the word is after attempting?
Yes.
Okay.
You will have an idea. So you've got your singular word here, void. Yeah, explode. Exploding kittens. Oh no, not that kind of cat. Do you have any other augments that you want to add to this? And what are you trying to do? Are you trying to find an escape? Are you trying to
I'm trying
hide?
I'm throwing void in there because it's the only aspect I have. I'm going to also throw in ogre. In my mind, these dark little oily black kittens are made of something I've never seen before. So that's where the word void in my head comes from. I'd like to try to turn this cat into an ogre and then toss it into the center of these people chasing us so that this thing goes Hulk mad and maybe takes care of a few of them and while we run.
Okay.
I feel like we're about to murder some people.
And avoid O grenade.
You're throwing a cat.
I'm not overhand throwing it. I'm just tossing it underhanded. Cats always land on their feet. I'm not trying to Jake Aria this thing down the center of this alleyway that we're in. I would like to toss the cat on the ground. Yeah, I want to toss it on the ground while it Bruce Banners into this monstrous ogre that I'm hoping will barring whatever other word it's got.
To turn into the kitten, and I want you to look at the kitten and say you're going to throw the kitten.
Oh God.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what's happening. I'm trying. Yes. Short answer, yes. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. It's
All right, I'm just checking to make sure with everybody we're using safety tools behind the scenes. I'm just making sure that no matter what happens, we're good with it. So, can I get a thumbs up if this is fine with you? All right, cool. So what you're attempting to do, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is to create an ogre cat grenade to throw at this agent chasing you. This counts as a divine parse. You are attempting to step into the realm of gods and bend the world's laws in unforeseeable ways. So, before you draw anything, I'm going to need you to lose 1 coherency because you attempted this in the first place.
All right, coherency. What do I just click down one?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How do I do this? Six. Cool.
All right. That
down
shouldn't
1
really mean
coherency.
anything too terribly awful
you say
for
move-
you right now.
When you say move down, do I move from 7 to 6, or do I move it down vertically towards the 8?
Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
I imagine it's the 6, but
Correct. Yeah, the 6 would
Okay.
decrease, so you'd move it to 5. Yeah. Okay.
it was at
So-
7. I'm going, yeah, so I haven't. Gotcha.
Yeah. Subtract 1,
Ow.
move down, not move down visually. That was confusing. All right.
Gotcha.
So you're using, let's see, attempting to create something out of nothing. So we're looking for spades here. So your parsing aptitude in spades plus the number of your augments is the number of cards that you draw. So you have augmented with giant, I believe.
Ogre, yep.
And this would be your emissions. So 3 cards plus 1. So you have a minimum draw of 4 right now. That's 5 because you have an advancement for, them failing their parts against you all. Let's see. And then draw 2 additional ones for a total of 7 because you are attempting to parse with the cat lingua, not knowing what its word is, not knowing what's going to happen.
Oh no.
God.
Is there like a difficulty setting on this one? Or I need to go underneath my. Wait, what do I? What am I trying to get underneath of?
Underneath
3?
a 7, because you're drawing 7 cards.
Okay.
So the successes
Gotcha.
that count are the cards that are 7 or lower.
I have 2 successes, but I pulled a king of spades.
Oh my word! Y'all are having a time today.
It's been a
Okay.
tough day. We miraculously summoned cat food, so that's our basis. That's the greatest thing we've done today. That right there.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you had
Oh, God.
2 successes. Is that it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I can do. 2 successes and a king of successes.
Okay. Give me just 1 moment. The king of spades, you said? Oh dear.
Yep. He turns into 40 cats.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is going to be fascinating. Okay. So, with 2 successes and a king of spades, as you yeet this cat, what I can only describe as a yeet in the direction.
Whoa. More like
A gentle
a-
yeet.
A gentle,
an underhanded yote, if anything.
as you yop this cat into the ogre void as a cat grenade. There comes a moment. There comes a time when the cat's word causes it to blip out of existence. Just for a second. It is at that point that where it disappeared into thin air, it then explodes outward in a massive shower of inky black shadow and cat food. Similar to all of that cat food you had duplicated out of those things. Where the King of Spades comes in, and I am not even making this up, is that the explosion and the explosive force of this knocks back you and New and Raven. New and Raven are just going to move one card to their health damages. Actually, no, that is too much. I need to add a condition to you. I will do that in just a second. I was like, no, health damages is for something else. Stump, this drawing of this card has reactivated your amnesia. So parts of your life that, you know, you prefer to forget about, maybe coming back to the forefront as the blunt trauma of your head, or the blunt trauma to your head kind of just resets that. And as for, let's see, would be Raven and New, please add the Jack of Clubs to your deck, because you have a concussion. This is considered just an annoyance by Parselings rules.
I already have the Jack of Clubs in there.
Okay. Put the Queen of Clubs in.
Crap.
Which is essentially the same difference. It's a fracture, but you can heal it from pretty much the same way. So you can choose what fractures, but you have one now.
My tailbone.
Just for flair, because Packer and Penny would have heard this. What are y'all doing? Do you stop, turn around, keep running?
Probably keep running, but like look over the shoulder with like that shock look of
Yeah.
expression. Oh shit! Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
So Raven,
Everyone's gonna be so mad at us later.
I know.
knocked down, prone to the ground with a fractured bone of some kind. It is now your turn. What do you do after this yeet cat grenade has happened?
Oh gosh. And I'm not near anybody I can parse with, probably.
You're close enough to where Stump is, but he's also, you know, kind of splayed out on the ground post cat explosion.
And New is
Cat.
not in.
Yeah, she's not really in parse shape right now.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that if you tried, something would probably not go
be
well.
good. But I got this pretty cat. I could. And I know what his word is.
Big
It's
grenade.
make trouble.
Kitty.
Oh gosh. I have nothing. I'm hurting. I don't feel like I should move because I'm afraid that whatever's broken is going to get worse. Would you stop stepping on the paper? trouble. I told you. I really have nothing I can do except try to get up, but it's not going to be good.
As you push yourself to your feet, kind of struggling to catch breath, and these kind of road rash sort of things all over your arms and legs, looking over, seeing the twins rushing off in the opposite direction. Like you said, New and Stump splayed out on the pavement. You look up and you find yourself staring directly down the barrel of a shotgun, held by a man wearing sort of like a black hooded jacket with bright pink parselite tattoos swirling all over his face. I'd come with us if I were you. There's some people that have been looking for you. And that is where we're going to end this week's episode.
Oh no. Oh no.
You didn't save me. Why didn't you save me?
So how's everybody doing?
Good.
That
I think
was
that turned out
intense there.
lovely. We got out.
Yeah.
We
Fine.
don't know if we're out yet, Packer. We'll find out
Man,
next week.
I am going to
think.
be positive. Think
Oopsie.
positive.
Of all
They
the
have three
things that I
people
thought
laying
might
on the
happen
ground in
today.
front of them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
Did you just apologize to the entire internet?
Because
That was probably a
Put it on the
brilliant.
YouTubes.
rule number like 11 or something is don't mess with cats.
Oh my god. it's
don't
a
make me
cat,
look at
it's a
him.
cat. Go.
Don't
talk.
Don't
apologize
make
to
me
the
look
internet.
at 'em.
Apologize to the cat that you
Oh
exploded.
my god.
I'm
Never
so
did
sorry,
nothing
Lauren. I'm sorry.
Are
I
you
thought it was
okay?
gonna be real cool.
I thought it was cool.
Oh man. I also never thought I'd be doing a TTRPG stream where I had to clarify no cats were harmed in the making of this video, but that
Yeah.
happened today. Oh my goodness.
Oopsie.
Alright, guy. Oh my
So,
god, you're
leaves
having
all of you in
Oopsie poopsie.
interesting sticky predicament here, but yeah, thank you for playing along, and thank you so much to the chat for the bangs and the boons and the pet pals. Now down one, but there is still a little girl with a pocket full of kittens, and you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Really interesting to see where this goes. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to do outros, I think. I don't know. My head is still just kind of reeling from what just happened here. Yeah, like share a high point or a low point or a weird point here. We'll go in reverse order of how we did it last time. So starting with right, and we'll go, what is that, counterclockwise. So,
You have betrayed me, Anna, my friend of friends, stabbing me in the back with my own cat.
you gave me this knife, though.
This is good. This is good. This is good. This is a growing point. This is a moment I'm going to learn from.
Is it good? Yeah, that's what you
Yep.
get for making fun of the
Yep.
scooter team.
What do you get
Yeah.
when you
So
throw a
bad.
cat? Yeah. I'm going to go out and adopt a cat right now. Don't worry.
Pix work didn't happen.
Amazing.
No.
All right,
So where can the people find you when you're not doing the cat explosion? Yeah.
When I'm not abusing cats on Weave the Tale, you can find me at Bright Dystopia or The Void on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I announce on both places where I go. Where to find me besides here. This whole weekend, I'm going to be working with Jasper's Game Day to do a bunch of stories. I'll be with Anna again on Saturday, playing Zweihander, and I'll be playing another ogre, a bigger ogre, a meaner ogre, with a bag full of cats. But yeah, come find me. Right Dystopia. Come find me at there. Yeah, that link. Thank you so much, Anna. But that's me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for that clip, Shinobi. We're having a moment here with our Streamlabs to try and get that, but we will have links available here to put in Discord. So hold on one second. We do have a clips channel while we're working that stuff out. Feel free to post it into our Discord. Thank you so much for that clip. All right, moving on down to Cadence. High points, low points, weird points, and where can we find you?
Oh my gosh. I don't like the thought of poor Raven looking up at a shotgun. She looks like a deer in the headlights, I'm telling you. Yeah, I can be found on the Twitter at Magdalene Bloom, where I just babble a lot and sometimes whine. And since it's Thursday, in about an hour, I'll be making comments about some other stream show. Yeah, I can be found on, Party Wipe Games on Tuesday evenings, playing Vampire the Masquerade. Playing some hot, thirsty boy vampire. I don't know. He's strange. He's a strange one. And yeah, that's about it for this week.
I really love the character art that you shared with us last week for that campaign. That looks super, super awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Em?
I guess that makes it my turn, yeah. So I really like the mechanic of being able to ask questions when you succeed like your knowledge checks, quote unquote. I think that that's a really neat part of Parselings, and I'm excited to see more parses happen because I like that we finally had a touch of how absolutely dangerous they are and how they're not necessarily an answer for every situation, which is kind of a go-to in a lot of TTRPGs. So that's really fun for me, and I like the chaos of it just because of the kind of person that I am. If you want to see more of this goofy face, you can go to Level 1 Geek. We have a website and we have a Twitch channel and we do blog stuff where we convert people over to the sweet addiction of TTRPGs. We like to promote indie games, but we also play the big hitters like D&D and Pathfinder. If you want to see me do actual plays, Monday nights I play Quill, or Tranquility, a tiefling sorceress who is currently being influenced by an archdevil. Monday nights over on our Twitch channel. Tuesday night, we are wrapping up our huge season of Tabletop Treasure Hunters. I'm guesting right now, as a historian documenting this final tale. So I'm just there geeking out about everyone and re-describing how amazing their turn just was. Let's see, and Wednesday, I'm going to be GMing For the Dungeon, which is an indie game where everybody are like minions who are defending their dungeon from these heroes, and it should be a really hilarious time. And then Thursday, I'm here. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
And just like that, there goes the entire week. All right, Mitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I am Mitchell at Penny for a Tale on all the socials. You can find me here at Penny for a Tale. You can also find me on Weave the Tale on various nights. Just follow me on Twitter and find the schedule. I'll usually post a couple hours before that. The biggest thing I want to plug is this May, Penny for a Tale LLC will be publishing the of El Engranaggio, which is called Necropunk in its English format, a card-based TTRPG post-apocalyptic that's going to be amazing. So make sure to follow us on Penny for a Tale LLC as well as Penny for a Tale to check out the new art, the new stuff. Quick Start will be out soon, and we look forward to seeing you guys for our Kickstarter in May. Blam, that's it.
Fantastic. All right. Oh yeah, I guess that means that it's my turn. Yay! Fantastic. So I am Anna, Nymeria941, pretty much everywhere on the internet. I have been your GM this evening for Parselings, which has been absolutely bonkers banana soup. Please make sure real quick before we do all of the outros here that you stick around for a raid, because we are going to go raid our friends over on Critical Misses who are playing some super awesome TTRPGs. As for where else you can find me, what day is it? It's Thursday. So tomorrow morning I will be playing a Lancer game on Valdrian's channel. Weird things are happening there too. My character just killed their double and is now masquerading as a fashion e-girl from space, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know what an e-girl is, but I have been informed this is what I'm impersonating, apparently. That night, also over on Critical Misses, we have our finale of Beyond the Twilight Road, which is a Zweihander game of dark fantasy fae bullshit. We're going to attack and dethrone God, maybe save the world. It's going to be awesome. Like Bright said, we are doing some Jasper's Game Day stuff together over on Saturday. That is going to be a whole lot of wild fun. It's going to be great. And on Monday, yes, Monday, days of the week, I remember them in order sometimes, playing some Monster of the Week over on Colonomicon's channel, which, speaking of, Colin is our tech for tonight, responsible for all of the fantastic scene transitions and music changes. So could we please get some hearts in the chat, because that was awesome, and I think really makes the storytelling very, very, very good. So thank you, Colin. So I'll be playing that over on his channel. And then Wednesday, back here on Weave the Tale, I play in a game of Black Void. I just have a void thing going, apparently. This is fine. Sometimes cool animals come out of it, and it's nice to befriend your demons every so often. So once again, before we head out and see Critical Misses, thank you very, very much to our sponsors. These are all creators of fantastic games that you can watch throughout the week on this channel, as well as following us on all of the places on social media. You get notifications when we go live. You can catch up on back episodes on YouTube and things like that. But I think with that, we will bid you farewell, good night, and we will see you next week for episode 4, do some more parts going off script. Until then, don't parse without a friend. It's dangerous to go alone. Good night, everybody!
These are the tales we weave. Tales of magic. Tales of mystery. Tales exploring the beyond. And while we continue to grow, even more adventures await. In the depths of the unknown. Will you join us in the telling?